This is section 16.3 and we're still talking about partial payments. This is the last example for this lesson. Alright, Andreas bought a new boat. He took out a loan for $25,300 at 5.5% interest for 2 years. He made a $4,700 partial payment at 3 months. I'm going to start underlining some things. And another partial payment of $3,500 at 8 months. How much is due at maturity? So at the end of the 2 years, and that's also an important part of this that we'll have to use before we finish this problem. Okay, so let's start this first calculation for 3 months. We're going to find the amount of interest for the first 3 months of the loan. So we have $25,300. And it's 5.5% interest, so 0.055. We're going to use 3 months out of 12 since it gave it to us in months. That's how we'll do our calculating. And then the amount of interest is $347.88. Now, once again, you can always just pause this and try to work this out on your own and then come back and check as you're working through it to see how you're doing. The amount of the payment that's going to go toward the principal is going to be the $4,700 payment minus the interest, and then that gives us the amount that's going to go toward our balance. Right? So this amount, the $4,352.12, that's the amount that reduces our balance. So the new balance will be the amount of the original loan, $25,300, minus the principal, and so the balance on our loan now is $20,947.88. Okay, so we use that number for the calculation at 8 months. So 8 months. At 8 months, he makes a payment of $3,500. Let's figure the interest on that. So $20,947.88. We're going to multiply that by the interest rate of 5.5. Okay, so at 8 months, that's 5 months later. We're going to use 5 months out of 12 because that's how long the interest has been accruing on what he's going to owe. So 5 months later, at 8 months, the interest amount is $480.06. Now we figure the amount that goes to the principal on this payment. Don't forget to use the balance for the calculating, but use the payment for how much you're going to pay on it. So he made a partial payment of $3,500 at 8 months. We're going to take $3,500 and subtract the interest amount. And this is how much is going to go toward the balance. So the new balance we find just by subtracting. So we take our old balance then we subtract the amount that we're applying to our principal, and we get a balance of $17,927.94. And remember, it says how much is due at maturity. We're doing all this work to figure that out. All right, so we're going to continue on the next page, the next slide. Now we're going to do our 2-year calculation. So at the end of the loan, it's been 2 years. And that means that we're going to take 24 months and subtract the 8 months because the last time we made a payment was at 8 months. So the next one, I'll just take that off. The next time we make a payment is going to be for 16 months of interest. So we take our balance from the previous slide, multiply it by our interest rate, and we're using 16 months here out of 12 to find the amount of interest. Okay, so you just multiply that all out, and you see that $1,314.72 will go toward the amount owed for interest. So the balance due at maturity which is 2 years out because that's how long the loan was for. We'll take our previous balance, $17,927.94, add the amount of interest, and this is how much is owed. $19,242.69. All right, so that's partial payments. It's a lot of calculating. You have to be careful with the numbers, but you can learn this just with some practice. Bye, everyone.